Hey guys, Immerse here. Welcome to Strand of the Ancients on a Retribution Paladin. I have not done Ret Pally PvP in a very long time. So, because I've been leveling my Paladin first, I have played Ret and I just want to try a Battleground with it. And I ended up doing a lot better than I thought I was going to do. I really enjoy it. You can be sure for sure that I'm going to be PvP gearing him. All my characters will be PvP geared, so he'll be PvP geared for Prot and Ret. And it was a lot of fun. So let's just jump right into this. This mage tries to get away. It does actually manage to get an invisibility off. So we're just gonna, it does Dragon's Breath me right here. And catches me in a Frost Jaw just to slow me down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and mount up in just a second here and try and go and see who else needs to be killed here. So the mage doesn't want any part of it, so right here I switch to the fire mage that starts attacking me. Feral Druid jumps on me, and I know the Druid is melee, so he's going to be a lot easier to kill. I won't have to chase down the squishy little mage jumping around like a bouncing ball. The Feral Druid is just going to stay on me and try and see, try and get my health down to 0, and in that turn I'm going to do the exact same to him. And unfortunately he just has too many people on him. Feral Druid goes down right here. Divine Purpose proccing. Anytime it procs and I don't have something to attack, I'm going to use it on my Inquisition, which lasts a minute, so that is very good with the glyph. So the Shadow Priest right here, we're going to jump on that and try and kill it as quickly as we can. Do unfortunately get caught in a full fear here. I do use my Divine Shield just because a Red Paladin is very much like a warrior, and what I mean by that is if you have a warrior and you PvP, you know exactly what I mean. On a warrior, you just want to keep going, you want to keep killing, you want to keep attacking. As soon as you get disoriented, dazed, blinded, CC'd, it sucks and you just feel so confined and you want to just break out of that and start killing things again. So again we see this mage here, we're going to get an Exorcism up, followed by a Judgment, Crusader Strike, and another Exorcism for the killing blow. So we see the Feral Druid comes back, has me targeted. We're going to just go ahead and see him to the death really quick. And the Feral Druid goes down. I actually didn't need to edit this video very much because I was in combat so much. So right here just check in what the chart is and whatnot. So right here, I see the Feral Druid again. And just because I know he has a target on top of my head, so to speak, I am going to try and kill him quick. And Feral Druids are extremely powerful class. So switch to the mage. We are kind of holding down their graveyard here. And they keep spawning. There's a Death Knight, a priest, my priest, a monk, and myself here. And Drew goes down yet again. Death Knight spawns, we're going to get this one down very quick. And Templar's Verdict, I have a glyph that it basically reduces the damage I take by 15% after I use it for a few seconds. I believe it's 15%. So that is a very good, viable PvP glyph, just in case you are going up against another melee class or a hard-hitting class and you can get a Templar's Verdict off. A lot of damage will be avoided over the next few seconds. So we're going to get this Hunter down. It is on my healer, so we're going to do everything we can to distract him. Hopefully he'll switch to me to get a scatter shot off, trap, whatever he needs to do. Just get him off the healers, guys. And he does catch me in a trap, but there was a dot on me and that broke that. Hunter goes down. And I just kind of realized there was way too many to actually think I would be able to survive that, so I'm just going to chase a Hunter away. And I am just getting CC'd to death right now by a priest. The Hunter ran away though. So I'm just going to back up a little bit, get composure again, and see the battlefield and what options I have. So I know this guy's a Resto Druid. I checked the beginning of the game. So just waiting for my stun so I could slow him down. and he will not be able to move. I don't know his talent specs, so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually trying to force a incarnation if he had it, and it worked perfectly. He's basically wasted his Tree of Life form trying to keep himself up. In that situation, I would not waste it at all. I would just take the death. When I spawn, he's going to spawn basically in the courtyard, and then he could use his Tree of Life incarnation at a much better time. But instead he used it trying to save himself. And realistically, you have a monk, you have a ret paladin on you, and a lot of people behind a ret and monk. So the outcome was very much inevitable. So again, anything in front of me I'm basically going to attack. I see this hunter here, get a Templar's Verdict up. And I believe the glyph that reduces damage after Templar's Verdict lasts for about 6 seconds. So right here I just realized I was walking into a death trap yet again. I have a very good knack for that. So the Fire Mage starts attacking me again. And I notice there's a 85 Warlock in here. I am the first one to admit if there's a low level or a low geared character in here, I'm going to go for that first, because having, even if it is low geared, going for the highest geared first, people might say like, okay, well that takes skill. It does and doesn't. It does because if you can kill it quickly, good job. But why give that under geared tune even a slight chance to do any damage to you when you can kill that very quickly and he's out of the fight? Then go to the higher geared character and deal with him. So right there I do interrupt his regrowth. That does lead to his death, basically because he was locked out of his healing school. So the Warlock is back, gets death grip, and the round comes to an end. So I kind of realized I was the only melee class close to the boat, so I'm going to go ahead and try and get the Battleground Demolisher down. I am using the Ret Seal that slows their movement speed by 50% and also causes, I believe, I think 6 or 16% weapon damage as holy. So going on the mage again, and the Seal of Justice does not slow your target unless you get a melee attack up on him. So that's what I was looking for on the mage. Right here I kind of get disoriented, and just going to go right back and finish the mage off. Try to anyway. We do interrupt its evocation, and it does use ice block, so there's no point waiting around for that when there's other targets to attack. Mage just came out of ice block, but I am going to try and finish off the Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest starts mind spiking, and the Death Knight is on my healer, and Death Knight's Obliterate procs just hit ridiculously hard. As you can see in just a second here, I do go up against that Death Knight, and it just hits really hard. You know, if you know you're going to go up against a Death Knight in Battlegrounds, carry a Resilience Potion, stack a little bit more resilience than you would. I know I'm going to do that just because there's so many PvP Death Knights now. It is a very strong class. So I try and get it down. And also, guys, remember, a lot of these players are in PvE gear, so PvP power is not playing any part whatsoever in these battlegrounds. The people that do have PvP gear are level 85, and is the 85 PvP gear. So the Shadow Priest just a second ago tries to interrupt my bubble flash heal crit right there, because I recently killed a target that grants me experience or honor, making my next flash of light a critical strike. So that is also very good to keep in mind. So Shadow Priest again, gonna go ahead and Judgment in. Okay, 2 Exorcism up in a row, and just a whole lot of stuff proc. My Divine Purpose procs twice, my Exorcism is back up. We get a lot of damage up on that Shadow Priest in a very short amount of time. And as you can tell by his portrait, he is in the level 85 Cataclysmic PvP gear. So you can basically expect he will take a little bit of time to bring down. So I was very excited to see a monk in here. I really want to see my damage against one. And it's not only me on the monk. I was hoping for a 1v1 in this just to see how monks play against a ret paladin, but unfortunately we didn't actually get that. So here comes the druid again, and if it's near me I'm going to kill it. It's just how ret paladins feel, and as you can tell, dancing around doing left and right thing. The left and right dance, if you want to call it that. But it's very fun class, and I cannot wait to fully PvP gear this guy and see just how much damage he'll be able to do. So again, we're also going to try and be a good team player. The demolishers are our #1 threat, so anytime there is one, we're going to go ahead and try and kill it. Once again, the warlock is here. I see that. I'm going to go ahead and try and kill this very, very quickly. And right here, I basically knew or thought I was going down, so instead of getting the demolisher, I did decide to get on the warlock. And to my surprise, I got very, very surprised because I actually didn't die until I followed the hunter. I went out of range of my entire team, and I was just blinded by bloodlust here, and I just have way too many people on me. I had a priest, a healing priest, I believe, a discipline priest trying to get me down. I had a shadow priest and I had a hunter, so I do go down. So look how hard this Death Knight hits me. It's one level above me, and it just gradually drops my health extremely quickly. So a BM hunter on my side and my healer come, and we actually do get this Death Knight down. But I basically want to leave that in just to show you guys how strong Death Knights are, and they don't even need to be PvP geared. So the reason I mount before I go into combat is because Ret Paladins are not like warriors. They do not have a charge. They don't have a feral charge. There's no death grip. They have to stay on their target from point A to the point that target dies. And that is very, very hard if the target knows you're coming, sees you just, happily running towards your target, and all they really need to do is go backwards and they can cut you very, very easily. So here's a monk again. We're going to go ahead and attack this. Getting our exorcism up. And I actually did not end up on top on the #1 damage. There are a lot of 89s in here. There are a lot of very, very, very strong classes in here. Fire mages, destruction warlocks. So where I did end up on the charts, I was very, very happy with. And I was actually happy with the killing blows I had, and I only had like 1 death. So that was very, very good. So this is a very funny part because I'm kind of acting like a prop pally. I'm actually just trying to keep everyone in combat here. Anytime I get Divine Purpose, I throw a either Divine Storm or a Templar's Vertigo, depending on the situation. So I'm basically looking to keep everyone in combat, and as I do that, they can't help the game objective. They can't go blow up the door like nothing. So right here, run and get a Divine Storm. They're all in combat now. They can't mount. And again, going for the Warlock, getting that tuned down very, very quickly, and there is, that's 1 extra class is doing no damage. So I'm caught in a full fear, unfortunately. I then get caught in a Nova, and I know this hunter is feigning death. The Chaos Bolt just comes in and finishes it off. Going right back to the mage, getting our exorcism up, and always try to get your exorcism up before you go in melee range, because your auto attacks have a chance to reset the cooldown, so you can get 2 exorcism up. It's very, very good. Like, you don't want your exorcism not on cooldown and then it proccing, because then you could have had 2 exorcisms instead of 1. So the paladin does bubble here. We're just going to go ahead and jump on the hunter, and that's the end of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 12 killing blows, 1 death and 90 kills. I had a lot of fun running that. Expect more, guys. Thank you very much for watching.